But here's what we really want you to walk away with today. Start with the intent of finishing. But, and this is crucial, finishing doesn't always mean completion of the goal you set out to achieve. Wait, what? Finishing means doing your best, seeing everything through to the best of your ability, and then deciding, is this something we really want to continue? Do we still believe this is our purpose? Or was our purpose just to experience this along the journey of finding our true purpose? Sometimes, finishing just means having experienced, having attempted, having made the effort, having done your best.
The world famous Say Less podcast.
Welcome back to the world famous Say Less podcast. Today we're talking about something that separates the people who build legacies from the people who build regrets. Starting and finishing. And here's what most people get wrong. Finishing doesn't mean what you think it means. There's a hidden definition that changes everything. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your goals the same way again. We're about to break that down today. But first, visit sayless.com. SAY1ESS.com. We spell it with a 1, not a L, because we're number one, and we never took an L we didn't turn into a W. Visit us today to explore our exclusive collection of apparel and accessories designed as constant reminders of the Say Less philosophy. From stylish hoodies, t-shirts, and hats to functional gear, each piece helps you embody the mindset that saying less than you actually do leads to achieving more than you would have otherwise. While serving as tools for self-expression, these pieces also serve as constant reminders. You can also follow us on social media at SAY1ESSDOTCOM. Stay tuned for more insights and inspiration after this quick word from our sponsors. Today we're talking about something that separates the people who build legacies from the people who build regrets. Starting and finishing. And here's what most people get wrong. Finishing doesn't mean what you think it means. There's a hidden definition that changes everything. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your goals the same way again. We're about to break that down today. There's a clock. It started ticking the moment we arrived here. And one day, whether we're ready or not, whether we knew it was happening, we're finished. The time we had is finished. So the question becomes, how much can we finish before we're finished? That's the cornerstone of this brand. That's the cornerstone of this lifestyle. And that question will haunt you in the best possible way, if you let it. But there's a word most people misunderstand, and it's hiding the answer in plain sight. The word is busyness. Look at the root of everything. Happiness is the act of being happy. Sadness is the act of being sad. So busyness is the act of being busy. But busy doing what? Most of us stay busy with traditional busyness, corporations, obligations, things like that. But here's what we're missing. We need to be busy being happy, busy being peaceful, busy being in touch with nature, art, loved ones. We need to be busy strengthening our minds, bodies, and souls, busy in all the different areas of our lives that we believe to be important. Whatever we've identified as our purpose, we need to be busy living that purpose out. And before we've identified our purpose, we need to be busy identifying it. That's the reframe. Now, these are just thoughts. These are just perspectives offered for examination, something to look at, to consider. The conversation takes place in the comments. The conversation takes place wherever you're listening right now. The conversation takes place in your mind. But here's what we really want you to walk away with today. Start with the intent of finishing. But, and this is crucial, finishing doesn't always mean completion of the goal you set out to achieve. Wait, what? Finishing means doing your best, seeing everything through to the best of your ability, and then deciding, is this something we really want to continue? Do we still believe this is our purpose? Or was our purpose just to experience this along the journey of finding our true purpose? Sometimes, finishing just means having experienced, having attempted, having made the effort, having done your best,
The true goal of finishing is to minimize regret. We're all going to have regrets. That's unavoidable. But here's what the research shows, and what we've heard time and time again. Most regrets aren't about the things we tried and failed. They're about the chances we didn't take, the attempts we never made, the risks we avoided. Now, calculation is important. Observation of the details matters before taking the risk. Using judgment is wise. Consulting reputable sources, whether online or people who've achieved what we want to achieve. That's smart. But there comes a time when we all have to stop preparing and actually take the action. Take the leap. Take the plunge. Make the attempt. Do it. Do your best. So here's the formula. When we start, don't just start. Preparation matters. Research matters. Figuring out what we even want to do. That's the first step of starting. But when we start with the intention to finish. Burn the boats. Close the exits. We start with the intention to achieve the goal, or at the very least, do our best. That's what we wanted to discuss this week.
We want to take this time out to say thank you to everyone who's ever supported anything we've done here at Say Less. Thank you for listening to the new and improved edition of our podcast, the world-famous Say Less podcast, on productivity and excellence. As you listen to this podcast, please keep in mind that these are just my current thoughts, based on my current perspective, based on my current level of experience. So as I continue to grow, my perspective is subject to change. I like to think of myself as a lifelong learner, and I also like to think of my audience as lifelong learners. If this gave you any ideas that you think might benefit the conversation, feel free to leave them in the comments. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to remind you to check out our highly anticipated microbook, Say Less, on productivity and excellence. This practical guide reveals how implementing the Say Less philosophy can lead to achieving much more before all is said and done. This book is packed with actionable strategies that will empower you on your journey to excellence. Transform your approach to productivity today. Available now at sayless.com and on Amazon. Also, our newest music release, Say Less, the soundtrack, is available right now. This dynamic blend of calming, energizing, thought-provoking, and reflective music is designed to help you maintain that flow state. Whether you're exercising, driving, studying, or working on a creative project, set the tone for your best year yet with the perfect soundtrack to elevate your focus and inspiration. Do yourself and us a favor and go stream it and download it now. Visit say1ess.com to experience the book and the soundtrack release now. Thanks again for tuning in today. Before we wrap up, make sure you check out the closing ads from our sponsors. Their support helps us pay the bills and keep the lights on, allowing us to continue bringing you valuable content. We truly appreciate your support. Let's cover a lot of ground before a lot of ground covers us, so that when all is said and done, we will have done more than we've said. We'll see you next time, and as always, stay productive, stay excellent, stay consistent, stay blessed, and say less.